body and I'm in Miss Bellum's body, then who is...
Girls, please. It's just Bubbles.
Imagine a world where not one or two, but three superheroes exist to protect their city from the forces of evil. And guess what? All three of them are adorable little girls with superpowers who can fly. Shoot lasers out of their eyes, and use their cuteness as a weapon. Hello and welcome back to Cartoon Panda, where we travel back in time and peek into our favorite cartoons. Today, we are here with the Powerpuff Girls. It is an American superhero animated television series that captivated audiences for 6 seasons, boasting a total of 78 episodes. This series was also adorned with a Christmas special and a 10th anniversary special, contributing 3 more episodes to its legacy. The show's narrative revolves around Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, 3 kindergarten-age girls endowed with superpowers that set them apart. Residing in the fictional city of Townsville, these young superheroes share their home with their father and creator, a brilliant scientist named Professor Utonium. Their extraordinary abilities often lead them to be summoned by the city's mayor, tasked with combating various criminals and formidable adversaries to maintain peace and safety in their community. Season 1, Episode 1. Monkey See, Doggy Do. The first episode starts with a quiet night in Townsville, everyone tucked into bed, except for a cunning thief who steals a mystical omnibus bust and rubies from the museum. The next day, the Powerpuff Girls start their investigation at the crime scene, quickly uncovering the missing annual jewels. Their search leads them to Mojo Jojo, a highly intelligent chimpanzee with grand plans, revealing atop an inactive volcano's observatory. They encounter a talking dog trapped in a car, leading to a baffling discovery. Townsville's population has been transformed into dogs, including the mayor and Miss Bellum. Despite the chaos, the Powerpuff Girls find that Mojo has used the omnibus head and jewels to enact his plan, turning everyone into dogs under his control. Surprisingly, the girls themselves are turned into Powerpups. However, they figured out that destroying the omnibus bus would reverse the spell. A dramatic confrontation with Mojo starts and the girls break the spell. This returned them to their human forms and turned Mojo into a dog. The episode closes with a humorous note from the professor on the responsibility of keeping an evil villain as a pet, showcasing that no matter the challenge, the Powerpuff Girls save the day. Season 1, Episode 12, The Rowdy Rough Boys. In this episode, Mojo comes up with a new plan to scare everyone in Townsville. He uses big guns and giant robots to cause trouble, but the Powerpuff Girls beat him again. Feeling really down about losing so much, Mojo has a new idea while he's in jail. He decides he needs to make a group just as strong as the Powerpuff Girls to win. He pretends to be a student and learns from Professor Utonium what makes the girls special. Then, Mojo makes his own version, but instead of using nice ingredients, he uses snips, snails, and puppy dog tails and mixes them with a special chemical from a dirty toilet. This creates the Rowdy Rough Boys, Brick, Boomer, and Butch. This trio challenges the Powerpuff Girls following their victory over a giant octopus monster. Despite the girls' resilience, the Rowdy Rough Boys gain the upper hand, showcasing their might towards the city's damage, finally appearing to defeat the Powerpuff Girls. In the aftermath, with Townsville believing the girls to be defeated and mourning their loss, Miss Bellum provides a turning point by suggesting a peaceful approach towards the boys. Following this advice, the girls confront the Rowdy Rough Boys once more, this time using kindness and unexpected affection to cause the boys' defeat, leading to Mojo Jojo's rearrest. The victorious girls, musing over the effectiveness of their new strategy, conclude the episode on a reflective note, with Buttercup notably dissenting from the enjoyment of their novel approach. Season 2, Episode 7, A Very Special Blossom. The following episode takes a heartfelt turn as Father's Day approaches, capturing the Powerpuff Girls in their quest to make Professor Utonium happy. They think about past gifts they've given him while the professor eyes a set of rare golf clubs he truly desires but are priced at $2,000. In an effort to fulfill his wish, the girls attempt various fundraising activities. But Blossom takes an unethical shortcut by stealing the coveted golf clubs. The joy of gifting turns into a lesson on honesty and consequences when the professor is accused of theft, leading to events where truth and accountability take center stage. Blossom's actions, spurred by a desire to make her father happy, end in her realizing the importance of integrity over material possessions. In admitting her mistake, Blossom faces 200 hours of community service, teaching a valuable lesson on the repercussions of one's actions, while reinforcing the show's core message that crime doesn't pay. Season 3, Episode 3, Crisscross Crisis. In the following episode, one of the professor's experiments goes wrong, causing everyone in Townsville to swap bodies. Buttercup ends up in the professor's body, Blossom in Miss Bellum's, and Bubbles in the mayor's. The professor tried to change apples into oranges, but accidentally made people switch bodies instead. During the confusion, a bank robbery takes place. The girls and their swap bodies investigate the robbery. They wrongly accuse Fuzzy Lumpkins and the Gangrene Gang after being misled by an old lady, who is actually Mojo Jojo in disguise. Mojo Jojo uses the chaos to commit crimes while misleading the Powerpuff Girls. After realizing Mojo Jojo's trick, the girls confront him and fight him, despite the challenges of being in the wrong bodies. Meanwhile, the professor, Miss Bellium, and the mayor work on fixing the invention to swap everyone back. Eventually, they succeed, and everyone returns to their original bodies, except for a humorous twist at the end, where Bubbles and the narrator have switched bodies.
The day is saved thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
Season 4, Episode 6, Nano of the North. In this episode, Townsville gets scared because of dark clouds in the sky, but the real problem is the rain, because this rain makes things turn into mush. This happens because of the tiny robots in the rain called nanobots are taking carbon from everything, even eating people's clothes. When trying to stop them doesn't work, the Powerpuff Girls shrink down to fight the nanobots up close with a special gadget called the microstabilizer. While the girls fight the tiny robots, the professor tries to keep everyone safe and not step on them. The nanobots then join together to form one big robot that gives the girls a tough time. In the end, the professor manages to squash the big robot, stumping the chaos. Even though the professor did the final squashing, the Powerpuff Girls get thanked for saving the day. Season 5, Episode 7, The Boys Are Back in Town. The episode kicks off with him reviewing footage of the girls' victories, only to uncover a plan to bring back the defeated Rowdy Rough Boys. A battle starts as the boys re-emerge, mocking the girls with their newfound hairstyles and strength. Despite employing their previous strategy of showing affection, the girls are horrified to discover that the boys now thrive on such actions, growing in size and power due to a cootie vaccination provided by him. The tension rises as the boys use tactics, such as knuckle cracking and spitting, putting the Powerpuff Girls at a disadvantage in what appears to be their most challenging face-off. The situation shifts when Buttercup's anger and resolve leads her to realize that making the boys feel embarrassed actually weakens them. Adopting this novel approach, the girls manage to undermine the Rowdy Rough Boys, significantly reducing their size by challenging their egos. Sounds familiar. The episode reaches a climax with him reprimanding the boys for their defeat, while also hinting at more troubles ahead for the girls. Season 6, Episode 15, Octagon. This is the last episode of the original series, and it starts with Professor Utonium's excitement for the party. However, Buttercup is less than thrilled due to her disdain for party dresses. During the preparations, Professor Utonium inquires about Bubbles' whereabouts, to which Buttercup speculates she's upstairs aiming to be the prettiest girl at the party. Bubbles' guess turns out to be right, when while she's getting ready, she finds a part of Octi under her bed, and is shocked to see the rest is gone. She's so upset by this, she ends up fainting. When she wakes up, she promises to find out who took Octi away, and make them pay. She starts thinking Buttercup or Blossom might have done it because of the things that have happened before. She even wonders if Miss Keen or the mayor could have been involved. This makes everyone feel intense and uncertain. The situation becomes worse when Mojo Jojo claims to have Octi, demanding a ransom of Chemical X. This leads to a surprising confession from the professor. He accidentally damaged Octi, but has since repaired it. The revelation lightens the mood, especially for Bubbles, who is overjoyed to have Octi back, whole and safe. However, the episode takes another twist as Mojo, who doesn't actually have Octi, succumbs to illness from a contaminated banana cream pie, earning him the moniker Big Party Pooper from Bubbles. This mix of fillings, guesses, and finally feeling better shows how wild but likable the episode is. It ends with a famous and kind of funny finish. So this was a 10-minute journey through the Powerpuff Girls series, focusing on some of the most iconic and memorable episodes. From lessons on integrity, to hilarious body-swapping mishaps and intense battles with classic villains. The show is a perfect blend of action, humor, and heart. But beyond the entertaining storylines, the Powerpuff Girls also serve as role models for young girls, promoting strong and independent female characters who always stand up for what is right. Let us know in the comments which cartoon series you want us to cover next. Till then, goodbye.